She thinks she Oh,
All right, stand on the big mound. That's better. He's worried he was in a hole.
I'm already in the hole.
Yes, it is. Lennox. Wow.
Oh, I'm not married for no.
No, I'm sorry. He's taken. He's taken. You can't have him. Can't have him at all.
Maybe next time.
Oh, maybe. Please stand for the bridal party. Please be seated.
Evelyn, you sit there. Evelyn, you come here. Mason, come here. Nanny, you sit there.
Okay. Colin, today you not only represent the family, but with this special gesture, you also symbolise your own personal love for Kellie and the trust you are to place in her husband-to-be. The act of walking your daughter down the aisle marks a transition from her old life to a new shared one. And before we begin, I would also like to ask Tricia and Faye to also stand, please. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Kellie and Gavin have asked me to offer their profound gratitude for all the love and care that you have shown in raising them. The unconditional gifts of love and support that you have continually offered, inspiring them to become who they are today. And on this special day, their wedding day, they want to thank you from the bottom of their hearts, as without you, this day would not have been possible. So I'm now going to ask you all this question. Will you all continue to entrust the happiness of Kellie and Gavin to one another as you join your families together? They all said yes, so we're okay. That's good. Well done. Kiss your daughter. Okay, you're going to come stand over here. I know. Okay. Actually, if you stand up there on that rise, turn around. That's it. And turn around. It's me. That's perfect. And then I'll stand there over the side. Together. No. What did I say? You give them instructions, and what happens? They just ignore you. Want to turn slightly so I can see you? I know you don't want them to, but they want to see you. Just look at me. Forget them. Forget them. Look at me. My name is Claudia Bowden, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all here today on behalf of Kellie and Gavin to Domaine des Ondieres, a beautiful venue in the heart of the French countryside. And firstly, I would like to thank you all for being here from far and wide in love and unity to witness this wonderful couple's wedding day. Today we take ourselves out of the usual routine of daily living to witness a unique moment in the lives of Kellie and Gavin, who are delighted that you are here to share their special day with them, and also for making the journey to France for their wedding day, a celebration of love, of commitment, family and friendship. And they both adore everybody here and are so happy that you are here to witness them joining their lives together. A wedding day is often a day when couples miss family members and friends who were unable to be here today or who are no longer with us. And may memories of those loved ones brighten this day and warm your hearts. I'd like to start today's celebration by saying a great marriage begins with two people joined together in love as partners and best friends. It's a commitment to all. It's cutting out. I can hear it. It's a commit. Right, I'm going to move it up there. Okay, just 1 second. Oh, I've got an assistant. Thank you. I think there's a lot of people in front of it for the Bluetooth. Perfect. Oh, that's even better. Yes, a great marriage begins with two people joined together in love as partners and best friends. It's a commitment to always be on each other's side, sharing everything. When two people become one in spirit, every joy is doubled and every disappointment is diminished. They live their lives in an attitude of cooperation with each other. They plan on togetherness. They listen. They hope. They dream. They make mistakes. They understand, but they forgive and they move on together. They are loyal to each other and steadfast in their pledge to be there for each other forever, through sickness or health, poverty, wealth, or whatever life may throw at them. And for these two people, love is the magic that keeps them together and guides them on this journey, enhancing their lives and assuring their happiness. As you will undoubtedly know, Kellie and Gavin have already shared many adventures on their journey together so far. Most of these accompanied by fun and laughter. And it's this journey, the ups and the downs, that has enabled them to acknowledge the commitment that they want to make to each other today. And they are about to discover that marriage is perhaps by far the most challenging and rewarding adventure of all. Now, the most remarkable moment in life is when you meet the person who makes you feel complete. The person who makes the world a beautiful and magical place. The person with whom you share a bond so special that it transcends normal relationships and becomes something so wonderful. So wonderful that you can't imagine spending another day of your life without them. And for Kellie and Gavin, their love has grown steadily. They began by being friends before circumstances encouraged them to start their own relationship about 6 years ago. Now, many of their best memories are the simplest ones and centre around laughter and spending time together. But there are a couple of others I'd like to share with you today, and I apologise to any speeches later if I've stolen any material. A holiday when they took their children on their first family holiday to Mallorca, finding their first family home together, and their weekend at the First Dates Hotel in France, which I didn't know anything about, by the way. I had to find out all about this. Now, if you want any more, you will need to see them afterwards. It has been a pleasure getting to know Kellie and Gavin just a little, and in preparing for today's ceremony, it has become clear to me that they are a couple who are one soul joined together by love and respect. And one of the things I like most about my job is I ask my couples a lot of questions. And one of the questions I ask them is, what do they love about each other? Kellie told me, do you remember what you said? Gavin is kind, loving, and very caring, but he can also be annoying, especially in the mornings. I love how friendly, funny, and handsome he is. He always likes to be doing something. For our future, I just want us to live happily ever after. But I think that Gavin really encapsulates what today is about. He said, I love everything about Kellie. She is kind, loving, and very caring, and thinks that she is funnier than I am. For our future together, I just want us to be happy and grow old together. But today, I just can't wait to call her my wife. When I asked them what marriage meant to them, their reply was the same, that first and foremost, it was a celebration of the love that they share, but ultimately it was a commitment to believe in and support each other every step of the way. To be the hand that's always there to catch you before you fall. Now this brings us to our first reading, so could Amy please come forward for your surprise reading.
I promise, my darling, to be your best friend. I promise, my darling, to be your best friend, to settle the quarrels before the day ends, to teach you new things and learn in return, halve debts, colds and baths, and share laughs and concerns. I promise, my love, to be silly with you, to giggle in restaurants and cinema queues, the romance and humdrum all blended to bliss, a life battle plan that's sealed with a kiss. From school runs and housework to sweet pillow talks, from mortgage repayments to long country walks. A cuppa in bed when the morning begins, and then when it's over, I'll pour you a gin. I promise we'll seek to avoid nasty schisms. I know that at times we'll need two televisions. I love you so much that whenever we fight, I'll learn to repeat, I was wrong, you were right. I'll cook for you, darling, that's what love's about. A meal made from scratch is worth 100 out. I'll shield you from worries that swing overhead. I promise to bring you your tea in bed. But know that I'll be there when your spirit sinks, to match for your messiness, cuddles and drinks. I love you, my darling, so let's live together, stack days into decades to make our forever.
Lovely, thank you. Kellie and Gavin, we are all here today for you. We are here to hope with you, to support you, to be proud of you, and to remind you that love isn't just happily ever after, and it isn't always perfect. It isn't a fairy tale or a storybook, and it doesn't always come easy. Love is overcoming obstacles, facing challenges, fighting to be together, holding on, and never letting go. It's a short word, easy to spell, difficult to define, and impossible to live without. Love is work, but most of all, love is realizing that every hour, every minute, and every second was worth it because you did it together. But love isn't about finding the perfect person, it's seeing an imperfect person perfectly. Now, many of you sitting out there will know more about love and marriage than I ever will. But what I do know is that in spite of what some of the famous old readings and poems say, it is impossible to perfectly define what love is, or what marriage is, or how to keep them strong. What I can say is that marriage asks you to trust one another, to know that in your heart you truly want what is best for each other. It asks you to be dedicated to it, staying open and honest with one another, learning and growing together. And it also asks you to have faith in each other, to go forward together without knowing exactly what the future brings. You already share so much of your lives, and you will continue to be a team, laughing about silly things, caring for each other, rarely having disagreements, supporting each other and working together towards your shared goals. You have found a partner, a companion, a confidant, and a friend to share this with for the rest of your lives. And this leads me nicely on to an important step in their story so far, and I'd like to share this with you now. On the 20th of August 2020, Gavin asked Kellie to be his wife at County Hall in London. All the children knew this was happening, and they kept it a secret. I know, you were very good. For weeks, actually, for weeks they knew. And luckily, for all of us here today, she said yes. During your time together, you've been making promises and agreements in an informal way, with all those conversations that were held while having late night chats in the hot tub, taking the 4 children, no laughing, see, they're smutty, taking their 4 children to their villa in Spain, or just dinner dates with the 2 of them. You've learned much from one another over the last few years and have come to realise that by doing the simple things together, sleeping with your feet entwined, going for walks, making memories, spending time with your friends and families, or simply being in one another's company, these things and more are what are truly important. And that brings us to our second readings. So could Harrison and Poppy please come forward? Would you like a microphone?
I like you a lot. You're funny and kind, so let me explain what I have in mind.
I want to be your personal penguin. I want to walk right by your side. I want to be your personal penguin. I want to travel with you far and wide.
Lovely. Thank you. That's lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know that you two face something else, so if you want to come this side, Gavin, that's here, that's in the middle.
Oh, she spilled on the house.
He said, I want Kellie to
in the
stand
hole.
a bit. So I look really tall. Kellie and Gavin, you met by chance and you fell in love. But you're here today because you're making a choice. You're choosing each other. No, it's not you, it's the photographer. You've chosen to be with You've chosen to be with someone who enhances you, who makes you think, challenges you, inspires you, makes you smile and makes every day brighter. The promises that you make to each other today are promises of love, fidelity, cooperation, and understanding to uphold throughout your life together. And each of these promises are saying, every experience and adventure I am going to have, I want you to be a part of it. But before Kellie and Gavin declare their personal vows to one another, I would like to ask all of you here today to join me in your own vows for the couple by answering, we do. So you ready?
Yeah.
Do you, the friends and family of Kellie and Gavin, promise to enjoy this beautiful day and venue to the full?
We do.
Do you promise to eat and drink as much as you can without disgracing yourselves?
I do.
And do you promise to do all that you can to support and nurture their marriage, to help them whenever they encounter difficult times, and to love and encourage them on their path together? And now to Kellie and Gavin. You can hold hands if you want to. Otherwise it's a bit hot and sticky. Gavin, do you take Kellie to be your wife and travel the rest of life's road with her? Do you promise to love her, laugh and cry with her, comfort her, honour and protect her, sharing all of life's adventures with her, finding new reasons to love her every day for as long as you both shall live? Kellie, do you take Gavin to be your husband and travel the rest of life's road with him? Do you promise to love him, laugh and cry with him, comfort him, honour and protect him, sharing all of life's adventures with him, finding new reasons to love him every day for as long as you both shall live? Your journey began the moment you first met. You took the time to learn what makes the other person smile, what makes them laugh, and how to best support them when life is less than simple. You will now exchange your personal vows to one another, showing everyone here today that marriages bring hard days just as they bring beautiful ones. And this day is a reminder of what your love has already accomplished, and the amazing possibilities of what it can continue to accomplish and overcome in the many, many years ahead of you. Now, today, the honour and responsibility of keeping the rings safe has fallen to our mini best men, Harrison and Riley. So could you please come forward with the rings? Just 1 second. Thank you so much. These rings mark a new beginning on your journey together, filled with wonder, surprise, laughter, tears, celebration, grief and joy. These rings are made of precious metal, but they are made more precious by your wearing them. And as you wear them, may they be a constant reminder to you of one another and of the deep bond of faith, trust and love which they represent. So firstly, Gavin, if you want to say your vows. Oh, I've got it. Repeat after me. I, Gavin, choose you, Kellie,
I, Gavin, choose you, Kellie,
to be my wife
to be my wife
and my best friend.
and my best friend.
On this day, I make promises to you
On this day, I make promises to you
to walk with you hand in hand
to walk with you hand in hand
wherever our journey leads us,
wherever our journey leads us,
to bring laughter to your life
to bring laughter to your life,
and to make you happy, to listen to you, be patient and kind to you, to trust you and encourage you, respect you and protect you. Today, as I give you my hand to hold,
Today, as I give you my hand to hold,
I give you my heart to keep.
I give you my heart to keep.
To take 7. Put it on her head. Third finger. Sit halfway. That's fine, that's okay. Afterwards. She knows what she's doing. Okay, good. Hold your hand, repeat after me. I give you this ring to wear with love and joy. As a ring has no end, my love is also forever. I choose you to be my wife, this day and forevermore. Would you like a microphone? Just repeat after me. I, Kelly, choose you, Gavin, to be my husband and my best friend. On this day, I make these promises to you. To walk with you hand in hand. Wherever our journey leads us. To bring laughter to your life. And to make you happy. To listen to you. Say it. Say it. Be patient and kind to you. To trust you and encourage you. Respect you and protect you. Today, as I give you my hand to hold. Today, as I give you my hand to hold. I give you my heart to keep. And repeat after me. I give you this ring to wear with love and joy. As the ring has no end, my love is also forever. I choose you to be my husband, this day and forevermore. Hold hands. I've asked you to join hands as a symbol of the union that you are making here today. And I'd like you to think about the hands that you are now holding. These are the hands of your best friend, strong and full of love for you, holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as you build your home, your future, and your dreams together. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it, and these are the hands that will help you hold your children and family as one. And finally, these are the hands that years from now will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Today, you have expressed your love for one another in the presence of your family and friends, promising to be partners for life, and this has been symbolised by the taking of vows and the exchange of rings. You have kissed 1,000 times, maybe more, but today the feeling is new. No longer simply partners and best friends. It is now my honour and delight to declare you husband and wife, and you may kiss your bride. We're now going to take a moment to sign the certificate, so if you want to put any music on in the background, you're more than welcome to. And so could I please invite Martin White, Suzanne Brinley, Ben Stevenson and Danielle Webb. And we need 2 chairs.